Illuminism, the Occult Force Behind Globalization, by Penre. The Secret Order of the Illuminati. This whole thing with the Illuminati and a shadow government may be unreal to many people, but stay with me for a while and give it a chance. Most of us can agree upon that something is very wrong with this planet. Civil wars, diseases, famine, ethnic cleansing, religious wars, and different violations of human rights. The list is long and it just goes on. Are all those bad conditions totally separated from each other, or do they have a common source? All I ask from you is to think for yourself. Throw away everything you've been told, things you've learned in school, what you've heard on the radio, what you've seen on television, what politicians have told you, etc. just for a moment. Let's start thinking for ourselves for just a while. It's not too often we have that opportunity. We are constantly fed with propaganda, bad news, opinions, lies, and there are tons of untold secrets. Life is hectic, we have to earn a living, and we are afraid to be laid off work. Our survival is threatened on a daily basis, and this is the direction in which much thinking goes these days. So what is it that causes so much fear and uncertainty in our lives? Is life really this threatening, or is somebody creating this condition on purpose? Much of the fear and terror is spread through media, which is owned by a few people at the very top of the society. And those people have their very own agenda. The Illuminati, or Mariah Conquering Wind as they prefer to call themselves these days, is a very secretive group of occult practitioners who have been around for thousands and thousands of years. It is not a boys' club or a group of adults' parents trying to get some excitement in life. This is something much bigger than that. This is a very well-structured organization consisting of people in extremely high places. Those people are the super wealthy, who stand above the law. Many of them don't even appear on the list of the wealthiest people in the world. It's that secret. The Illuminati and the black nobility. The word Illuminati means one. People claiming to be unusually enlightened with regard to a subject. 2. Illuminati, any of various groups claiming special religious enlightenment. Latin ilminti, from pl of ilmintus, past participle of ilminri, to light up. See illuminate. These definitions are taken from the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language. Those people are the top players on the international playground, basically belonging to the 13 of the wealthiest families in the world, and they are the men who really rule the world from behind the scenes. Yes, they are mostly men, with a few exceptions. They are the black nobility, the decision makers, who make up the rules for presidents and governments to follow, and they are often held from public scrutiny, as their action can't stand being scrutinized. Their bloodlines go back thousands and thousands of years, and they are very careful with keeping those bloodlines pure from generation to generation. The only way to do so is by interbreeding. Their power lies in the occult and in economy. Money creates power. The Illuminati own all the international banks, the oil businesses, the most powerful businesses of industry and trade. They infiltrate politics and they own most governments, or at least control them. An example of this is the American election for presidency. It is no secret that the candidate who gets the most sponsorship in form of money wins the election, as this gives the power to uncreate the opposed candidate. And who sponsors the right candidate? The Illuminati do. More often than not, they sponsor both sides to have a game going. They decide who will be the next president, and they see to that their man wins, even if they have to cheat like they did in Florida when President George W. Bush won over Al Gore. Most president campaigns are financed with drug money, which is understandable if you know that the Illuminati run the drug trade industry as well. Elections are really not necessary, but they let us vote so we can have a game, and by letting us, they pretend to follow the Constitution. But is the president really running the game? Not the least. The power does not lie with the politicians, but with the Illuminati, whose top members are mostly international bankers. The leading candidates for presidency are carefully chosen from the occult bloodlines of the 13 Illuminati families, and if we research all the presidents of the United States from the beginning and up to now, we will see that almost all of them are of the same royal bloodline, and they are all family, related by ancestry. See this chapter, section 3, and family trees. Royalty is equivalent to the Illuminati. So what are the goals of the Illuminati? They are to create a one-world government and a new world order, with them on top to rule the world into slavery and fascism. This is a very old goal of theirs, and to understand it fully, one must realize that this goal isn't of a kind that's supposed to be obtained within one lifetime. It has been a goal that slowly is to be accomplished over a long period of time. This goal has been planned away from the public's prying eyes, in secrecy within the secret societies. All secret societies with secret grades of initiation are owned and controlled by the Illuminati, and Freemasonry is maybe the best known. The persons who control the societies and the Illuminati are occultists and Satanists, and they practice black magic. Their god is Lucifer, the light bearer, and by occult practices they manipulate and influence the masses. It doesn't matter if you and I believe in this or not, as long as they do. And they take it very seriously. It's a thrilling thought, that this planet as a matter of fact is run with black magic, a planet where magic is not supposed to exist at all in any shape and form, except in the movies and in books, and if somebody tells you it does exist, he/she will most certainly be ridiculed. After people have watched movies like Lord of the Rings, they wish there was more magic in their lives. Little do they know. From the occult, mind control and intelligence have developed. By taking over the movie industry, the record companies, and by their control of the fine arts, they know how to influence the teenagers to dance to their own tune and accept their kind of reality. This makes sense if you look at what kind of entertainment we are enforced to enjoy. The music the teenagers have to listen to is often totally without quality and lead them into robotism, apathy, violence, and drugs. It's also used for mind control, as we shall see later. Real quality music is rejected by the big record companies in favor for those with lack of talent. Since Black Sabbath in the beginning of the 70s and the Rolling Stones before them, Satanism has been promoted through the music industry. Many groups followed on the same track and have always been hard sale and heavily promoted and distributed. The same thing goes with Hollywood, which is also controlled and created by the Illuminati. The E.T. movies, doomsday films and catastrophe movies all align with the purpose to influence us in certain directions. Satanic movies have also been made popular, all to prepare for days to come. In essence, there are basically 13 super wealthy families that are in charge of this planet. Who they are have been a well-hidden secret, and the leadership has gone from man to man over generations. Nevertheless, no secrecy is kept forever, and sooner or later there will be leaks, so also in this case. Not many people know who these families are exactly, but quite recently this has become known, due to people from Illuminati who have left the order and revealed the most remarkable data. So here are the names of the 13 families, the secret government, and here is another link, in case one of the websites goes down. 1 Astor 2. Bundy 3. Collins 4. DuPont 5. Freeman 6. Kennedy 7. Lee, Chinese, 8. Onassis 9. Rockefeller 10. Rothschild 11. Russell 12. Van Dyne 13. Merovingian, European royal families. The following families are also interconnected with those above. 1 Reynolds 2. Disney 3. Crook 4. MacDonald. Also, in addition to those 4 families, there are hundreds of other subfamilies that are connected more distantly to the main 13 Illuminati bloodlines. Although significant, they are not mentioned here. They are considered less powerful and less pure by the 13 elite bloodlines. Also, in addition to those 4 families, there are hundreds of other subfamilies that are connected more distantly to the main 13 Illuminati bloodlines. Although significant, they are not mentioned here. They are considered less powerful and less pure by the 13 elite bloodlines. All the families above can be studied in much more detail in Fritz Springmeier's excellent book, Bloodlines of the Illuminati. I am sometimes asked how come that the Illuminati have worked on this goal in secret for so long to covertly manipulate us, when they simply could have taken over a long time ago. The answer is simple: we, the people, are in majority. They are just a clique of humanity and truly fear that we would rebel. Therefore they have to plan this extremely carefully, and their purpose is to have us accept them as rulers instead of enforcing their rulership on us. We will be much more easy to control if we are accepting our fate than if we oppose it. Therefore they spend lots of research in mind control techniques. Secret societies. The secret societies have been present in the history of man for a very long time. It all started thousands of years ago with the Brotherhood of the Snake, a secret society that refers to Satan, the great serpent, back in the Garden of Eden. The Illuminati consider Satan being the good God and the Old Testament God to be evil. Their opinion is that Satan gave man knowledge, while God tried to suppress the same. From this viewpoint, Satanism was developed and is practiced within the secret societies up until this day.